Welcome, Sagittarius. Welcome to Kat's Real Life Mystic Tarot. I'm going to go ahead and sage for my Saggies. I'm going to sage for Sagittarius today. And while I'm doing this, if you can take a look at the imagery and take a few deep breaths in and out and come into this space of spiritual guidance. Relax and let everything go. So this is a reading for August 2019, Sagittarius. And I'm going to use the Salvatore Dali deck. I haven't used this in a while. It used to be one of my favorite decks. So really an interesting tarot deck. And also my Osho Zen Tarot, which I also haven't used in a long time. So I was kind of called to use these two decks. I think I'm going to start with the Salvatore Dali deck. And what I typically do is a horoscope spread, which is going to show you what's going on in every department of your life specifically, and then we'll clarify and bring more to the story. I hope you all are well. The eclipses hit all of us hard, myself included, and I think August is going to be a much better month, at least kind of pulling it all together after confusing and eye-opening events that happened. Just so you know, I shuffle all my decks before I start the reading, but I'll just get into your energy a little bit right now. Okay, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th house. Just move that a little bit. All right. So Sagittarius, you ready? Put that in the middle for healing energy. Our first house, Queen of Coins. And this is representing you, Sagittarius. Right now you're going through probably taking care of your health, your money situation, taking care of materialistic concerns, maybe a new diet health regime, exercise regime, really finding that grounded earthly side of yourself at this time and for August. And by the way, the first house is your self-image, what you project to the world. So you're projecting this out into the world, and this is what you're experiencing in yourself. In the second house, Page of Coins. Second house is your assets, what you have to offer to the world, what you value. And in this house, looks like you may have started a new job or a new project. It's a Page of Coins, so that's something new that you're starting that's also of materialistic value. So, and it could also be starting your health regime, that you're valuing your body, or that could be your pursuit, as you could be doing athletics or as a trainer or something along those lines, as a spiritual trainer, maybe yoga, anything like this. Third house. So the third house is your mental processes, what's going on with you mentally, your thoughts, what's going on in your head lately. And you have the Two of Wands. So basically, you're doing pretty good. You're getting in charge of it. It did appear in reverse, but I think that's you're mostly in charge of it, maybe 80%. And then there's 20% of kind of wobbly, like thoughts, negative thinking, any of those things. But it seems like you're mostly pretty settled down in your mental area. Fourth house of home, we have competition. So I don't know if you're in competition for a home, apartment, you're moving, and something like that might be going on. You may be living with a competitor, like someone that also likes athletics, if that's what is actually happening with you. There may be some competition and strife in the home, in the sense that argumentative energies, or with a neighbor, something like that going on. And all these cards we're going to clarify, once we complete the first round, we're going to clarify with the Osho Zen Tarot deck. So, 4th house. In your 5th house, children. Children are on your mind, and this is the house of love affairs and children. So, youthful energies, you are either feeling really good and feeling like a child yourself, or feeling like having a child. Or maybe you do have children in your that you're really deriving some joy from. This is a 6 of Cups, and this is really a nice energy. Nostalgic. You might have nostalgic feelings towards your childhood. Maybe a childhood friend has been around, maybe even as a lover, because this card denotes children and romantic love, not a committed partnership necessarily. 6th house of service. You have a message in your 6th house of service. So did Scorpio, which is very interesting. There's a message that you're receiving either at your work, and you did have kind of a new work, it looks like, or a new project. There's a message that wants to come through, and we'll clarify that in a few minutes. In your 7th house of partnerships, you have a lot of choices, Sagittarius, and I am not surprised. You have a lot of options. Those that, really are actually pretty serious about Sagittarius. They're available to you, and you can't decide, and you're not ready to commit at this moment, it looks like. Yeah, we'll clarify that. 8th house, completion. 8th house is the house of death, taxes, other people's money, sex. So it's kind of those things that are sometimes taboo to talk about, depending on what it is. You've had a completion in this area. It could be, I want to say maybe just a completion with receiving maybe a payout, completing a tax debt or some type of debt. Feeling like receiving. Now, it could be sexual energies where you've really had quite a experience, shall we say, and it's an experience you probably won't want to complete. Maybe you wanted to explore something and you did sexually explore something and you're like, good, I did it and now I'm good. Something like that. I know that you have an adventurous spirit, so could be along those lines. But it's a major arcana card, and it's a big deal what's happened in the 8th house. So we'll find out what that's about. 9th. And in the 9th house, I feel that this card is the 4 of Swords. So basically, this is the warrior. He went out to battle, dealt a big blow, was dealt big blows, and now is back and can rest. And I don't know if the history of this card is when soldiers went out to battle in antiquity, they would actually have a coffin built for themselves for when they come back in case they did not survive the battle. Presuming that when they came back they did survive the battle, they would lay in the coffin and meditate on what they experienced. So this card really denotes having been quite through the ringer. And this is your 9th house. This is a house of religion. It's the house of education. You had a difficult learning experience. It could be just your worldly experience. It could be you graduated from school. And it could be a religious experience or a spiritual experience. But in any case, you're lying in the coffin, so to speak. You survived it. and you're kind of digesting everything that happened. And during that time, you need the peace and quiet to regenerate. Meditation even will help to regenerate your energies and to fully comprehend what has happened to you. 10th house. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. So, strength. You've conquered some inner demons, outer demons, and have the wisdom coming away from that experience. And it kind of goes along with your 9th house experience that I just talked about. You've built strength. You know, anything that doesn't kill you, you know, keeps you. What is that? What is that saying? Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Something like that. And that's kind of where you're at. And this is also a major arcana. And it appears that along with being healthy, that was your first house image, this is your outer appearance to the world. And it looks very beautiful. I mean, it looks like you came through something smelling like a rose. You're really growing as a person. 11th house, magician. So if this is in social groups, so this could be your social media. You might be doing something creative on social media, and it's looks like it's receiving some attention, and it looks like you're very creative. So anything that has to do with social groups, it can be in any type of social circumstance, even just at work. Maybe you're organizing something, I don't know, as a group at work or something along those lines. But you have what it takes to be a creative leader in this. And the magician is usually a communicator. So it looks like it involves some type of communication. A lot of times it's verbal communication, but it can be visual communications or really just anything. So that's happening. The 12th house is what is unseen, what you don't really know about. And this is very interesting, Sagittarius. I'm making you wait for it. Ace of Cups. Somebody loves you and you don't know. You don't know what they're feeling. So there's someone unknown to you that is carrying a love for you. And we'll clarify that, but it's beautiful. It's not like a lustful, well, it can be, but it's more like just really appreciating who you are. So that's in your 12th house, and you're something you don't know about. So that completes the 12 houses, the first run through. To clarify, I'm kind of wanting to not do the Osho Zen Tarot because I feel like we have a lot of spiritual. I want to see really how this pans out in your life. So I'm going to go with Thelema. This is one of my favorite decks, Thelema Deck. And let's see what we have here. What do we want to know about? Well, let's talk about your 10th house real quick, since that's right up there at the pinnacle of the horoscope spread. And it's really talking about the strength you've built. Like, what are you going to do with it? You know, Sagittarius. Like, what have you built in yourself? Who have you become? What is your mission in life? Please, Spirit, let us know for Sagittarius. August 2019. What are they creating? Who are they? Queen of Wands. So you're creating yourself, and you're coming across as a very magnetic individual, and you can really draw people towards you, which will be necessary since your social groups is where you're communicating things. So I see this like, this just came to mind, so I'm just going to throw it out there, but Anthony Robbins, okay, he's strong, he's got charisma, and this is a charismatic card. And he works by communicating in social groups. So it's not necessarily that you're going to be a motivational speaker or anything and maybe you will, because it could, but just that charisma is being developed, that you're drawing people in. And and there's a communication. Let's ask a little bit more about that. One more card. Here it is. Celebration. So you could be involved, just throwing this one out there too, in a wedding planning could be part of what you do, celebrations, events, organizing events, organizing seminars. This is a celebration card involving groups of people. It can be family events. Something along those lines. Parties. Party planner. Any type of event. And still another card. How about the communications in the social groups? Sagittarius is communicating what in the social groups? What more can you tell us about Sagittarius in the social groups? What is the aim here? Okay, also could be about starting a business, starting an online business. You could be advising on how to do that. You may be an example of doing that. Again, it's all kind of along the motivational or celebratory. I think that's what you're going to bring, or what you're planning to bring. So that's interesting. So we got that kind of career situation under wraps. But now let's go to your 7th house. You have a lot of options. So Spirit, please tell me about Sagittarius's romantic options, commitment sort of options, and also if we can incorporate that 12th house, someone loves Sagittarius, like someone's a secret admirer of Sagittarius. Let's go there first. Let's go the 12th house to that secret admirer. And I got the Hermit. So it's someone that's kind of quiet, and, you know, doesn't really socialize, maybe an introvert, someone that's a little bit introverted. That's why you don't know about it. He or she may have very sweet feelings towards you, but doesn't know how to get close to you, might be feeling a little shy. Someone around you that seems a little shy when they're around you. What else about this person? What else can identify this person for Sagittarius? Nine of Pentacles. So this person is also quite well off on their own. They're single, yet they have everything anyone could possibly want. They're not lacking anything. They're not coming to you because they want something of yours other than your companionship. So they're well set up. So well set up, quiet and shy. Is that person coming to Sagittarius in August? Where will this person appear for Sagittarius in August? Spy. So usually, I see this linked with work, but if you do have some type of social group or Instagram or YouTube channel or anything like that, it might be a commenter. This is somebody that is, sometimes it's a gossip. That's how we look at it. In this case, obviously, it's not really that, but someone that's maybe checking you out on your social media accounts. So they might might be more likely to comment on your social media accounts than anything else. That's might be, but use your intuition, Sagittarius. Be careful too. I mean, I don't think this person's dangerous, but that's probably where you'll find him. Could be on like Tinder or something like that. But with all those things, be very cautious, Sagittarius. Some other suitors, because you have many. Just see if we can describe. Maybe I'll describe 2 or 3. One of them holds back. One of them's a little cheap too. Doesn't want to give you anything. Maybe had a past where no, you know, girls or guys had taken advantage of them. So they're holding back a lot, and you know that they're holding back a lot. So that's one. The second one might be, oh my gosh, that one jumped out. And it really kind of made sense that he jumped out, or she, because this person's very aggressive. This person has it together. It's the Emperor. It might be a boss, an older person, older than you, and very much in control. So somebody, that's an option for you. And one more, Saggy. Let's see what else. Two of Wands. So I think that's it. Really, I'm just seeing two of Wands is you're in charge. You have all the choices. You know, you have any number of possible romantic dates. You know, you can line them up if you like. The one thing I didn't talk about, in your 6th house, you had the message. You have a message. Someone gave you a message. What is the message that Sagittarius was supposed to receive and that Spirit wants to remind you of? What is the message that you needed to receive? What did Sag need to hear? You got 7 of Cups again, which is very interesting. It's again saying you have a lot of options. That's a message someone gave you. I don't know if you're healing or you're kind of like drifting back to nostalgia. That's what you're doing. Because in the 5th house, you have the 6 of Cups, where you might have nostalgia for an old lover and you feel like you want to turn back. And someone's telling you there's plenty of fish in the sea. There's so many other choices. And your reading's telling you you have so many other choices. Why would you want to look back there? But you keep remembering the happy times, the times that you guys laughed your head off, went on vacation together, or were just on a road trip and just made each other laugh. And you know, reminisce about those things. But Sagittarius, you have so much more ahead of you and a little bit less behind you for that. So it's the reminder is that you have so many options, and that's the message you need to get. Someone at work gave it to you? I don't know, something like that. So let's see, how about competition in the house? You had some kind of competition, argumentativeness, somebody in the home situation, could be your mom or dad, because depending on who does the astrology, 4th house can mean either the mother or the father. Just a card for that. Well, whatever it is, you're the star. It may be competition, maybe with a sister, maybe somebody's feeling competitive with you. Just remember, you're the star. You're the star of your life. Keep your eyes on the star. You're, you know, elevated. Don't go down into competing, or, you know, kind of arguing with each other at home. Keep this energy. It's a beautiful card, really a beautiful card. Okay, and the new work. Let's just talk about the new work really quick, because that was in your 2nd house of values, was the new job. What's going to happen with that? How is that going? What's going to happen with that new job? The value that Sagittarius has for this new job. Tell me about that. Well, it's basically saying you're still naive. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot at this new job. But it's a sweet energy. Nothing wrong there. Maybe approach it with open and warm energy. Don't be upset if you need to learn certain things on the job. Just really enjoy what you're learning, and you're growing and building your strength, as we said earlier. So basically it looks great, Sagittarius. Like returning to the 12th house, things unseen. Someone loves you. You know, I want to say even more so, be careful. It's someone that's a little bit of a loner. It's someone that's a little bit of a spy, maybe a stalkery type. I want to say, I don't think that you want to really meet this person, even though their feeling is of love. I'm feeling like don't. I want to take back what I said earlier. Don't get involved. I don't like this idea of somebody from online. Okay, so that's good. Now, I want to just pull. I'm going to use just as a trial. I have this new tarot deck. I don't know if I love it yet or not. It's called the Illuminated Tarot by Caitlin Keegan. They're really cool cards, but it's just brand new to me. So maybe you guys can comment and let me know. What I'm going to pull is just 2 cards. One of the cards is going to be for your what you're doing really well in August. What you're doing really well right now. And the card I got is 2 of clubs, which is basically it's kind of like a 2 of wands. Sorry, I've got glare. And what this is a heated conversation. You're good at just debating and discussing right now, and just hashing out every facet of an argument. Can get heated, but this is something you're doing well. So I think it's okay. It's a good thing. And then your deficit or your blind spot. What is your blind spot? What is your blind spot? What is Sagittarius's blind spot? Three of Wands. So this is about building a new business. You're still working on that, trying to understand what it takes and the materials needed and what you have to put together and who you have to contact to begin your new business or a new venture. So 3 of Wands. So 3 of Wands denotes physically starting a new venture or business, but it's your blind spot. So it's what you're having a little bit of a hard time. You're not exactly sure what you're going to need for that and how to be prepared. So let me know, Sagittarius, if you liked those 2 cards at the end, if you like that reading. New tarot deck, like I said. And let's quickly use this. It's the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and I'm just going to get one card for you here, just as a little something to take away, to think about, something that can hopefully give Sagittarius kind of an overview or inspiration for the month of August 2019. Here it is. Oh, the Mystical Shaman. So you got the, I guess, title card for this. I mean, it's literally one of the cards. It's not like I forgot to take it out or anything, but it's the Mystical Shaman. So let me go ahead and read that, because I don't know these by heart, and this book is very well written, so it's interesting to wrap things up with. Mystical Shaman, the invitation. Get a good view. There we go. When the Mystical Shaman appears, you're invited to consider the ability to live without attachment. You are called to create and